In today's video, we're going to talk about all the weather that you need to know that's going to hit the United States in the next few days, starting with the jet stream. We've got a dip in the jet stream going on right around the northeastern United States. That's bringing some cold weather and snow over there. And then notice up in the northern plains, that jet stream has very strong upper winds, and that's going to push all this really cold air and all that into the central United States and all that. The historic atmospheric river that was going on, we're gonna see a break around Saturday, and then it's gonna pump back up again. Notice in the jet stream you can see some of those very strong upper winds right over where that atmospheric river is going on. That's gonna push all this moisture just slamming the coast. So make sure you're ready for that. Share this with anyone who lives up there. Yeah, this is just going to keep going. This is next Tuesday. Very strong upper winds in the central United States. That's going to continue to go into the northeastern United States. And then we can see a small dip in the jet stream going on right around Wednesday. So, yeah, that's it for the jet stream. Now we're moving on to precipitation type on GFS models. I noticed we got a small storm system going on in the Kentucky and Tennessee area. Maybe even Illinois can get affected by this. We can see some snow in Kentucky. Later in the video, I will pull up a camera from Louisville, Kentucky. So, make sure you stay tuned. And the next, around Saturday, we can see a system going on just south of Chicago. This isn't going to drop a lot of snow, but, it's still there. By Saturday, this will be affecting places like Montana, parts of North Dakota, and then almost all of South Dakota, and then a little bit of Nebraska. So right in there, make sure you're ready, because we can see 1 to 3 inches of snow going on in the system. So yeah, make sure you're ready for that. Share this with anyone who lives up there. It's not a huge big deal, but still something to watch for. And then that's going to move up into the Ohio Valley, into the northeast, with some lake effect snow going on up in the Great Lakes region, so watch out for that. And then, by Sunday next week, it's looking just pretty dry over the central United States. Not much is happening except for some snow going on up there where I just circled in the northern Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes region. That's going to dump maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow, not much. But then notice how that atmospheric river up there, it is just going crazy. Seattle getting just hammered by a whole bunch of rounds of rain and snow. So, yeah, I'm going to tilt it kind of up here. So, watch the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, all those places. You can see just a lot of moisture slamming the coast over there. And that's when we looked at the jet stream and we saw that those very strong upper winds, that's kind of the same thing that's happening on this. But yeah, very strong winds going on, along with rounds of heavy snow and rain. This is expected to continue through, Tuesday through Sunday on next week. So, very intense weather going on up there for many people. And then on the 20th, we can see some rain and showers starting to form. The rain in the Ohio Valley, and then the snow up in northern Minnesota and Michigan. That'll grow more organized by the 21st. Right there in the Great Lakes region, we can see, let's say, 2 to 4 inches of snow, 3 to 6 inches of snow right in there. Yeah, we can see, a lot of drought relief going on with all that rain. You see that? And then by the 22nd, we can see a very organized storm system up in the Great Lakes region. That's going to bring maybe 3 to 6 inches of snow. And put your attention to the Pacific Ocean. We can see a very organized storm system bringing some rain to the California area. So watch out about that. And then on the 24th, we can see a lot of snow going on up in Idaho, Oregon, Washington, Montana, all those places. And then the 25th, we can see a white Christmas for almost all the Great Lakes region, Chicago, New York, Cincinnati, Ohio, Chicago, all those places could see no snow. That's kind of crazy because of how much we've been seeing earlier. But then all of Minnesota and then northern Michigan could see a lot of snow going on. Just take a look at the radar. This whole area will just get rain on. Looks like on Christmas. But this is way far out, so this might not be exactly what's gonna happen. That's why you should make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for more updates and all that. So yeah, a huge storm system going on up there. Southern Canada, well, southeastern Canada, could see a lot of snow on Christmas. But yeah, again, this is really far out in the future, so it's hard to know exactly what's gonna happen. But then it looks like it's possible on the 26th we can see a huge squall line going through, so we can see a Christmas tornado, Christmas severe weather outbreak, or something like that. But it's probably just gonna be a rain system or some snow or something like that. But we're still holding on to that. Now we're looking at temperatures. We got some really cold weather in Canada, and that's gonna start going through into the central United States, bringing some very cold weather. So that jet stream is going to bring that very cold air into the central United States. I noticed that right on Saturday at 11 a.m., it's very cold out there up in the northern plains. But that's not the coldest it's going to get. I noticed on the Rocky Mountains, it's just like right there, a barrier, and it can't go farther west than that. But yeah, Saturday at 5 a.m., very cold weather going on. Negative 30-degree weather I'm talking about. And then wind chills even colder. So this is where it gets really cold out. Around 7 a.m., we can see some negative 30-degree weather around Minnesota, Iowa, especially Minnesota and Michigan. That's where we can see that negative 30-degree weather. And then by Monday, we can see that move into the Ohio Valley, bringing some negative 5-degree weather to Illinois. But yeah, first on Sunday, that's going to start moving. It's already spreading into the Ohio Valley. By Sunday at 7 a.m., we can see up the temperatures in the lower 20s as far south as Little Rock. 0 degrees in Iowa. We can see in the upper 20s in Atlanta. So, very cold weather. Southern Louisiana, we can see some temperatures in the upper 30s. And then by Monday, there's that really cold temperatures in the Ohio Valley. That's going to bring some negative 5-degree temperatures in Springfield, Illinois. And all those places in the white and purple are going to experience some very cold weather. Make sure you guys are staying warm. Don't be outside for too long because frostbite it could happen in a matter of like 10 minutes. This is going to last Saturday night into Wednesday. After that, some warm weather is going to move in. Right now, Atlanta, 25-degree weather, so, very cold weather still in the southern United States, especially the, Ohio Valley, Kentucky, Tennessee, all those places will experience some temperatures in the lower teens into the single digits. Stay tuned because there's going to be a huge warm blast. Look at Texas. Some of that warmer weather going on, and then just boom, huge warm blast coming in. For Nebraska, you can see temperatures in the upper 50s to 60s. Especially Texas and Oklahoma and parts of Kansas. We can see temperatures in the 70s. So very warm weather, guys. And this is just gonna stick around for a while. But in the northeastern United States, we can see temperatures in the lower teens into the single digits. So not the same story up there, but definitely very warm weather for Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. There's right in there. Try to pause it right in there. On the 17th, Wednesday evening, temperatures in the 70s in Nebraska and Kansas. So absolutely crazy weather, after this huge cold blast. Very, good cold relief for the plains. Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, all the way up to New York, we can see some warmer than average temperatures just that high pressure system for Tennessee, Kentucky, and places farther north is stopping that warmer air from coming in. And then we still have some warmer air trying to stick around at 6 p.m. on Thursday, but then it's just going to warm right back up during the day. So, very warm week going on, I should say. My area also is going to experience some very warm weather. All of Texas, in the upper 70s maybe. Some of those places could experience upper 70s, especially Florida, southern Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, all those places. So surprisingly warm weather for the southern United States. Then moving on, I was going to tell you a cold blast, it will come through right on Christmas. So, stay tuned. So yeah, very warm weather. It's just going to stick around for the 17th through the 23rd. Yeah, and then you can see that low pressure system right there, and that's going to bring some colder air in right in there. This is the 25th, and that huge cold front is just going to, take it all the way down into the central United States. It's going to hit my area right on Christmas, maybe on the 26th for places as far south as Atlanta. And then we can see that negative 20-degree weather again up in Minnesota by the 26th and 27th. So yeah, right in there, we can see some very cold weather after this huge cold front hits. Now moving on from temperatures, we've been on that for a while. Here are the winter storm warnings highlighted in pink. We can see 2 to 4 inches of snow, and then northern Kentucky can see some snow. This is Louisville, Kentucky. You got some couple of inches of snow on the ground over there, so there's a lot of snow on the ground. And that's it for today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.